Jamaica politics and cover. Big up yourself because you don't know you will discover. Natalie, you're bigger than George Washington Bridge and Island Empire State Building. Straight to the ceiling. Sin, Lord of mercy. Jamaica, Lord of mercy. Hey, some say that them a diety. And them a suffer to hell no rotted. Lord, what a struggle, what a life we a live. It could be more tougher, it could be more wicked. Hey, and them a say that them a diety.
Hello,
Hey,
JPU
and them
family. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Returning subscribers, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Glad you decided to stop by with us tonight. So, I have some very interesting information here tonight, and also an interesting perspective that I want to share with you guys. So guys, on a rock and come in, moderators, on a come in, everybody on a come in. I wanted to come a little earlier, but then I remember Jamaica is 1 hour behind. Okay, so you know, our subscribers in Jamaica, them know say them not really have missed too much because right now it is 9:18 p.m. in the US. It is 8:18 p.m. in Jamaica. So hello Jamaica, wherever you are in Jamaica, we're back tonight. We're glad that you decided to join us. Come and know based on my experience, the whole of Jamaica watch we. So big up Jamaica, okay? So anyway, guys, um, I have an interesting perspective. Okay. I was very uneasy when I was in Jamaica and realized that the president of Ghana was there and there was no participation by the leader of the opposition. And I'm going to show you an interesting thing that I picked up today. Also, I'm going to give you information, some new information about the recovery, hurricane recovery, and some new people on board and the latest update with that. And I'm also going to let you know that Mr. Desmond McKenzie is alive. He is in Jamaica. And I want to talk a little bit about that too. So I think we should get started here. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. So make we get started now. Without further ado, good night, everybody in the chat. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button when you come in. All right. So make we start here. So now Desmond McKenzie, member of parliament forever. Okay. And just a few days ago, where was I? Think I was in Atlanta. My phone started ringing, and people are asking me, is it true that Desmond is sick and they're hospital and all sort of something? So the PNP operatives have been spreading disinformation about Desmond McKenzie. First, they said that he died and the Jamaica Labour Party is hiding it. And then they also said that he was flown out of the country to get treatment for prostate cancer in a foreign country. And upon my investigation, Desmond McKenzie is okay. He is in Jamaica. He's not outside of the country seeking any treatment. But nobody should be surprised when the PNP does things like this because the PNP has no heart. They have nothing called human compassion. Just recently, they lost a long serving member of their party, Mr. What's his name again? Dean Peart. And I didn't see anybody coming out rejoicing about the death of Dean Peart, right? I remember the PNP, when they learned that Dr. Phillips had prostate cancer, I saw with my own eyes the members of the PNP who were supporting Peter Bunting. They all wished death upon Peter Phillips. And that's when I took a look and said, you know what? These people they're just not Jamaica's tribe. Like, we don't do stuff like that. We just don't do that. They wished him death. I saw it. So nobody should be surprised when they do stuff like this, right? The other thing is, there's this man, I don't know him, but he came out ranting about how Desmond Mackenzie left Jamaica and gone overseas, gone get treatment, and how, you know, um, Jamaican politicians, they don't use the healthcare system. And I'm like, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about because, first thing, the healthcare system of Jamaica, hundreds and thousands of people use our healthcare system on a daily basis. Whether it be having a baby, my mom delivered four healthy babies in Jamaica. Four of them, all healthy. None never born with no condition or nothing at all. Thank God. Okay? There are people who go through our healthcare system daily, hundreds, thousands, and nothing is wrong. They're okay. I am not saying that as a developing country, we don't have, or should I say, we lack certain medical technologies where people may have to leave the country to get treatment. Likewise, in Jamaica, we have also made breakthrough treatments. There was one treatment that had to do with the female reproductive system that Jamaica made a breakthrough. Let me just tell you guys about it real quick because I like to bring accurate information. Guys, while I'm looking for that, go ahead and hit the like button for me, please. I think it was in Manchester where they did this surgery and it was successful. Okay, see it here. Recent surgical and medical breakthrough in Jamaica includes the first robotic assisted camera procedure in the public health system at Percy Junior Hospital, pioneering pediatric open heart surgeries for rare defects like ALCAPA via Chain of Hope and advanced cobot assisted laparoscopic prostate treatment. All right. There was another one that they did. There was another one that they did that had to do with the female reproductive system. That one was done in Mandeville. But I'm saying this to say Jamaica's healthcare system is not the worst in the world. And that's one of the things I hear this man said. I don't know him. Maybe I'll put it up later on, but I don't have time to do it right now of the man who said it. The other thing is, recently, our national security minister had open heart surgery in Jamaica, successful open heart surgery. Okay? Open heart surgery is one of the scariest surgeries. It is one of those surgeries where you have to have a very good medical team. You have to be very careful with your post-op, you know, activities. You have to be careful and stuff like that. Also, Dr. Peter Phillips, as far as I know, had his colon cancer treatment in Jamaica. So it's not everybody leave Jamaica to go get treatment abroad. There are some people who get treatment abroad while there are others who get treatment at home. When it comes on to things like cancer, there are so many different types of cancers and it varies. There are people living in Jamaica who are living with cancer. They get their cancer treatment. Some of them are successful, some not. Because again, it depends on the type of cancer that you have. Okay? So when people talk and say stuff like that, they don't know what they're talking about, right? But like I said, Desmond Mackenzie is in Jamaica. The man don't go nowhere gonna seek no treatment. I say they like to push around propaganda and all these things. It was rumored by PNP that Fitz Jackson had prostate cancer too, right? So people need to be careful. It's not nice. Politicians have feelings too. They have families too, and it's not nice to be on social media getting into people's personal and private life, such as their medical condition, right? Especially if you don't have the facts and you don't know if it's true. But these people, they're different kind of creatures. And Jamaica should not get comfortable with this, and Jamaica should not accept this. Okay. So that's it for Desmond Mackenzie. The other thing, guys, that I want to talk to you about is let me leave the NaRRA. Let me leave the NaRRA for last. The Prime Minister of Jamaica was in Central Kingston and he was talking about some new houses. You know, he handed over another home to another happy family, and that's always a good thing to see. And while he was there, he stopped by and spoke with members of the security forces, asking them what was life like in law enforcement in Central Kingston. Now, guys, you all remember when the member of parliament just won the election in Central Kingston. We remember the bloodshed, mighty God. We remember every day. I was wondering what was really going on and, how long can this sustain? We remember Central Kingston not very long ago. We're not even a dog dare to leave them house and come out on the road. Don't y'all remember that? So now when I hear the Prime Minister talking to members of the security forces in Central Kingston, and I hear the police them saying that life is good and things are good in Central Kingston. Really, it just is a good feeling. You understand? Let me let you hear just a little bit of it. Enough development could have gone to Central Kingston, but you see, because of the warfare. Hold on, the guys.
Good afternoon, sir. All right, my name is Randy Grant, Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of operations in the Kingston Central Division. Today I'm here representing my commanding officer, Superintendent Mishka Forbes. Sir, I'm happy to report to you, sir, that the Kingston Central Division is doing remarkably well. Through strategic planning, skillful implementation, strategic partnerships with our various stakeholders, and of course the implementation of the zones of special operations, which is doing quite well, we have managed to reduce murders by 58% to date thus far in 2026. We have also seek to bring justice to past murders, and our clear-up rate this year for murders is 240%. And while we're clearing up murders and you can clear up more murders than we're coming to. Right. So we are clearing past murders in 2025 and beyond. Okay. So while we have less murders in 2026, we've used the time to clear past murders. So we are bringing justice to the families who have suffered through those crimes in the past. And whilst we're doing that, sir, we're also seeking to strengthen the relationship with our stakeholders. Currently, sir, we have a summer school program being undertaken by the police at the Calabar Infant and Primary School. As we, like other divisions, we're seeing the rise of interpersonal conflicts. So we're trying to assist in that building phase that you mentioned earlier in the zone of special operation, play our part as the police to teach some soft skills to the younger person. So we ensure that we put them on a different path from an early stage, where we're teaching some conflict resolution, exposing them to different things, different soft skills from an early age. That is going quite well, sir. I also want to mention, sir, that we still continue to charge gangs. Recently, you would have seen in the media that genocide gang were charged. 19 members were charged. Whilst we weren't leading on the investigation, we assisted in bringing a number of them in custody, as a number of them operated in our space. So the overall, sir, the Kingston Central Division is doing quite well, and we continue to push ahead.
The genocide gang. Guys, there was a time in Jamaica not long ago when not even police would have mentioned the name of a gang. You hear me? I tell you no. Don't go on like you don't remember them time there, because that wasn't that long ago, Police no call gang name, they no call gang member name. And when me in at the stadium and see how the soldier them and at the expo as well that the JDF that the JCF does when they are showing a display of what happens to gang members and gang leaders when they face off with the police. Whenever I used to do them something there, one time I used to wonder to myself, guys, how is it that a country and their leadership and police can afraid of gang? It just never made sense to me. And I felt like these gang members and leaders had so much more power than the police force and the politicians. It's not like that anymore. Me love to see the police them in Jamaica these days. I mean, them just look very professional and very content with their leadership and the scope of their job, and they are equipped to do their job and them deal with people properly. I mean, I was sitting out at the jerk place on Red Hills Road, and when me look about five police, me see come round the corner on foot. This was like 11 o'clock at night. And me I say, where them a come from? Me I wonder if something was going on, but no, they were just patrolling the area. And we never used to see stuff like that. You understand? So there's no hiding place anymore in Jamaica for gangs to operate. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, or if there's even such a thing, because we still hear about incidents of homicides, but gang activities, I don't think that's a thing in Jamaica anymore. You know, so Central Kingston is one of those places that we can remember to hear the police them talk so confidently about having the thing under control. Certainly, it is a different Jamaica. Let's finish listening to this.
We have also put things in place for the back to school activities in our town center as we expect increased commercial activity in that space. So we've increased our presence in the space to ensure that persons can shop in a safe environment. Excellent. If it's one thing I can say that has happened in the last decade, it is the transformation of the JC.
True, man.
It pleases my heart to see, pardon me for saying it in this way, young men like yourself, yes, sir, taking leadership in the force, and not just taking leadership, but being a force for good, exemplifying what it means to be a force for good. Yes, sir. As ironic as it may seem.
When me hear Dr. Chang them say they recruited a bunch of police officers, me never know say so much, And a lot of them, the police force is filled with young men. I mean, I don't know what that's all about. If these young men, them just had an interest. I will me talk to. Gosh, let me try and remember. I think I was talking to a member of the security forces who told me that there was a time when he would not advise anybody to join the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And him tell me, say, no, he made that tell anybody, him say me that encourage anybody to join the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Be a your early 20s, yeah, seen at the JCF. Me no know want to the big man police them, but I haven't seen many of them. Majority of them are probably under 30 years old.
When you look at the team behind us of young men, yes, sir. Um, yes, of all young men
See it?
behind us, the younger boys looking on are looking for their heroes. Definitely, they are looking for persons they can emulate. And unfortunately, in our society, guns have become a source of power.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as if it is a fetish. So that they see guns almost like they see drugs. It's something that automatically gives them respect and power. So people who carry weapons, therefore, are viewed in a particular light. So you have to now figure out, how do we get our police who carry weapons and the military who carry weapons to be seen as protectors, to have discipline and respect in the use of weapons. Yes, sir. To show that we don't need the weapons to have authority.
All right, I think that's enough of that. But I'm just showing you guys that, communities like Central Kingston, they can now enjoy development because the crime rate has gone down significantly. The gang members them are no more, and the police now has total control of the safety and security of the communities, and that's what we want. So big up the people them of Central Kingston who can now get their development and the homes and things that the government is building. That is a good thing to see. And big up the member of parliament. I saw the member of parliament at the Grand Gala. I was looking for Lawrence Rowe, but Lawrence hadn't gotten there yet. So I didn't get a chance to see Lawrence. And there were so many people. You can't navigate that crowd, expecting to see people because, it was just so many. So let us just hear a little bit of what was said at this handing over ceremony of this home right here in Central Kingston, guys.
His vision in conceptualizing and seeing to the implementation of this wonderful program, the social housing program. I understand all the team members attached to the Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructure Development.
All right, I'm not gonna be able to play this because it's so much noise in the background. Next time, guys, when you're doing these handover ceremony, make sure if you're gonna be recording, make sure that noise control is addressed. But anyway, this is just a few families, not just this family. A few families receive. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Oh, I'm only seeing one family here. Yeah, one family. All right. So before I get into NaRRA, all right. Okay, never mind. So anyway, while I was in Jamaica, every time I went past Pegasus, I was reminded that the president of Ghana was on a state visit because the Pegasus, they had the Ghana flag. They have the Ghana flag raised with the Jamaican flag. So there's a state visit. And I think the Ghana president may have been staying at the Pegasus. I went into the Pegasus twice. Once to go to the cafe late at night, and the other time to use the ATM machine in there. And I didn't see any presence of the Ghana president. But the flag was raised, and I saw a meeting where PJ Patterson and Senator Donna Scott Motley were at this private meeting with the president of Ghana. That was after the parliamentary session, the day after the special sitting of the parliament. And guys, let me just tell you this. Mark Golding, every time members of the royal family came to Jamaica on their state visit, Mark Golding, whether he was in the leadership of the opposition or not, he was always there to meet, to escort, right? The people from the royal family. It doesn't matter what he had planned. He was going to make sure that his schedule was open. I mean, unless he was hospitalized, okay, and that was never the case. But he made sure that he was available to meet with and escort the members of the royal family. And I put some pictures here to show you. If you look at the picture in the upper left-hand corner, you will see Prince Michael of Kent. That is the cousin of Queen Elizabeth. He was in Jamaica. I think he was doing something that had to do with um, road act or something to do with that. Because the royal family, they always pick something that they can go around and do advocacy with as members of the royal family, and they do that as their job. But that's what he came to Jamaica about, and he visited the orthopedic center. And Mark Golin's mother, she's right there in front of Mark Golin. And you see Mark Golin right there. I also see Fenton Ferguson is there in the picture as well when he was the Minister of Health. On the right of that picture, guys, you will see Mark Golding having a private moment with Prince Michael of Kent, where he's smiling right there. So that is a little private moment that they had. Okay. Also, if you look at the picture in the lower left hand of your screen, you will see William and Kate when they last came to Jamaica. And beside them, you will see Mark Golding and his wife going to the state dinner, right? Not only did Mark Golding go to the state dinner where Prince William and Kate were, but Mark Golding also escorted them in jungle in Jonestown because they visited his constituency. And I remember seeing him out there escorting them. L.A. Lewis was out there, Babsy was out there, and of course, Member of Parliament Mark Golding was out there. Guys, when you talk in the chat, if you remember what I'm talking about. Now, it is rather ironic that Mark Golding, as leader of the opposition, and by the way, when Kate and William came to Jamaica, Mark Golding was the leader of the opposition. Now, in this time, when the president of Ghana comes to Jamaica, Mark Golding waits until the Ghana president left. He was in Jamaica for 4 days. And Mark Golding waited until the president of Ghana left Jamaica to participate in Jamaica's independence activities. Okay? Mark Golding did not attend the special sitting of the parliament where there was a joint sitting between the MPs and the senators. Mark Golding was not there. Mark Golding did not go to the private meeting that was held at the Pegasus where PJ Patterson came with his cane, because PJ not walking so well these days. Okay? PJ came with his cane. Donna Scott Motley was there as well. And Mark Golding did not go. Is when the president of Ghana left, Mark Golding came into the National Stadium to sit down with Sandra. So my question now is, guys, why is it that Mark Golding avoided the black Ghana president like the plague? But when the royal white people them are in Jamaica, Mark Golding is with them, escorting them, behind them, going to the state dinners. What does this look like to you guys? Want to tell me in the chat? What does this look like to you? Because I can tell you what it looks like to me. I want to know that I talk frank. And I don't discriminate anybody because of what they look like. I pay attention to people's behavior. And Mark Golding is behaving like he has something personal against the Ghana president. No regard. And it's that same attitude that I see from Mark Golding toward the Prime Minister. The way that he spoke of the Prime Minister. Remember, he said that Bobby Montague, he referred to Bobby Montague and members of the government as the little boy and boy them. Remember, the ombudsman tell him say he must apologize and him say him not apologize. You think Mark Golding talk to those people like that? No. He respects them. Now, if you cannot see through this, I don't know what you're going to be able to see through. As far as I know, I made sure that I asked the question before I came out here or said anything. I asked if Mark Golding was okay The reason I asked if he was okay, because I wanted to know if he was sick, if he was hospitalized or anything like that. And what I was told is that he said he had previous or prior planned family obligations. That's no excuse. If you are not hospitalized or in your grave, a moment like this should not have missed you. It's independence. And you have someone from the African continent in Jamaica on a state visit. You cannot miss these events, whether you are prime minister or opposition leader. You're not supposed to miss these events. I don't understand why people would not find this highly offensive. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but as a person who's sharing my opinion, I find this to be highly offensive. Mark Golden could come out and meet with the members of the royal family and those people go to state dinner and dress up on them something. But him can't. You see, the state dinner what was held for the Ghana president, Governor General was there, Prime Minister was there, Speaker was there, everybody was there. Mark Golden was the only one not there at the state dinner. I mean, no say the president of Ghana, he must feel away. Only an idiot would not look at it and say, what the hell is going on here? He sent the senator to represent him. PJ, barely a walk. Come out, come greet the man. That not look good. But I'm just trying to show you guys that there's something really wrong with this to me. On two different occasions. Prince Michael of Kent comes to Jamaica and there's Mark Golding and his mom. I remember the way then grew him in Jamaica is like him elite and him better than the average. And the black people, they must have then grew them. In the 60s, the 70s in Jamaica, that's just what it was. We don't have to sugarcoat it. But I don't think he ever learned that in Jamaica, it's one people under God. That's how we do it, don't it? But he can never get out of that I'm better than you or you're not good enough kind of attitude. And don't fool yourself. Not because his wife is black doesn't mean that, he will have any. I mean, we don't know what goes on in their household, and I'm not going to start speculating. But based on the way that he behaves toward people that don't look like him, aside from Sandra, I'm uncomfortable. It doesn't look good to me. Okay? So, moving on. Yes, and thank you for reminding me, Miss Marcia. Mark Golding was at Dean Peart's funeral before the Ghana president left Jamaica. Me see him. He was at Dean Peart's funeral while the Ghana president was in Jamaica. So you can clearly see that it was avoidance. He did not want to meet the black Ghana African president. Me don't know why. Me I try to find out if they have a personal issue. As far as I know, they don't. This doesn't look good. But whether Mark Golding is a racist or not, he's getting paid to serve Jamaica, not just the PNP. So going to Dean Peart's funeral is one thing, but he should not have missed the state visit. He should have showed up in fine style, just like he always does for members of the British monarch and the colonial people them. So anybody who never understand Mark Golding, who not understand him now. Me not make up nothing. See the picture of them there. Okay? Now, Major General Anderson is in Peru. NaRRA CEO, me tell you say, them put out one picture with him, say, no blemish. And me say the next campaign we are going to run is going to call the no blemish campaign. Wanna watch it and see. No blemish. Anyway, while Mr. Bobby Montague is charged to get these temporary housing, these modular housing in the disaster areas. They've already brought some down to Westmoreland. The people who signed up with the government, those who were in the shelters and so forth, those people are going to be prioritized to receive these modular homes. But the NaRRA CEO, the unblemished one, the one with the PNP, them same have too much integrity for them put corruption upon him. Yes, he heads to Peru to examine resilience reconstruction practices. Um, it says a chief executive officer of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NaRRA, Ambassador Anthony Anderson, will travel to Peru from August 9th to August 13th to gain insights into that country's rebuilding program and engage key stakeholders on resilient construction and project implementation. The visit is being facilitated by the UK government, which partnered with Peru through a government to government supported reconstruction program. It will provide an opportunity for NaRRA to draw on lessons from Peru's internationally recognized reconstruction experience. The projects were delivered through a structured partnership with the UK that prioritized local capacity building along infrastructure delivery. As Jamaica advances its own recovery and resilient rebuilding efforts, it is Major General Anderson or Ambassador Anderson's first visit to the South America country since assuming leadership of NaRRA. The visit comes as the authority ramps up its mobilization and operationalization phase, and it builds on an earlier UK facilitated engagement led by Minister without Portfolio, the Honorable Robert Morgan, in March this year. So I don't need to read any further on that. You guys pretty much understand what the NaRRA CEO is up to here. And I mean, yeah, that's what you do. You look at examples, from other people, especially when you have not experienced anything like this. And we certainly have not experienced anything like Hurricane Melissa. We're trying our best to make sure that, we deal with the recovery and the people who are affected, and also carefully make sure that when it comes down to the money part of it, that it's accounted for. It better them say the money is there than for them say the money thief, right? Yes. So let us continue to make sure that we go through the right procedures. I don't like the heap of bureaucracy. You know me. And I hope that the government will, with NaRRA, deal with the issue of bureaucracy as they're trying to get the Jamaican people who are affected situated, right? The other thing is on this issue are the progress, I should say, of NaRRA. This gentleman, Professor Peter Blair Henry, wait a minute. This gentleman is from the US. He's supposed to be an economist. He did a sit down interview with JIS talking about his route in Jamaica, migrating to the US as a boy. I think he said 9 years old or something. And the Prime Minister found him, and he's going to play the oversight body over NaRRA. One thing I like about this is that him lived in the US, right? So coming in, him not coming into I'm not coming in from the culture of politics or anything like that. You understand? Him coming in as somebody from a clean slate with a different set of eyes. So maybe me gonna hear what the Prime Minister has to say about him, and I think y'all should go and listen to that entire interview so you could get to know him and hear what he has to say.
That could help Jamaica too. I'm happy to have here in Jamaica with me now Professor Peter Blair Henry, senior fellow at Stanford University, someone who is very well respected in the international financial community, a Jamaican from St. Elizabeth, and an author who has written many, many, many books, and someone who, above all else, is a patriot who loves Jamaica, who wants to see the best for the country, and who is in boardrooms and places of influence all around the world that could help Jamaica to achieve the goal of being a developed country as we all strive for. So, Peter, I want to thank you for accepting the role of the chairman of JAMROC. Now, JAMROC, as you will know, is the oversight committee for the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority. So, Peter, again, thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Honored to serve and honored to be in this role as an educator and translator of information to ensure the best for Jamaica's transformation, Jamaica's future.
We haven't yet started JAMROC, but Peter is here to have our first meeting, and I suspect that after today, the work will begin.
We look forward to serving and to rolling up our sleeves and being useful
Yes.
to Jamaican people.
Very good.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you very much.
I'm happy to have you here.
Yes, my dear. So, oh, wait a minute. Yes, guys. So, you guys can go listen to his story, hear what him is about and everything. And we're going to be watching and, watching the progress. And hopefully, Prime Minister made the right decision because we really don't know much about him except for his resume. And he said that both his parents came from Jamaica and they migrated in the 70s. I think he said the late 70s. He was educated abroad. His grandfather, I think, was an educator. So he came from a family of educators. His mother was an educator. So he left Jamaica a very long time ago. But he said he returned a few times, and he still has that thing where, because once you are shaped as a Jamaican, it doesn't leave you. Even if, you left a while ago, or even if, your parents passed away or anything like that. I mean, 9 and 12 years old, that's an age where you're already molded as a Jamaican. You know what I mean? So let us see, what is what, and I am looking forward to it. All right. Let me see if we're missing anything here. For those of you who are just joining, Desmond Mackenzie is not dead. The PNP them say Desmond Mackenzie is dead and him hospitalized and him fly out Ghana foreign. Nothing don't go. So the people them lie and wicked. And that's why Jamaica Politics Uncovered and other channels are out here to make sure that we bring the truth, okay, and make sure that we hold folks accountable to the people of Jamaica. That's what this channel is about, right? Let me show you what go on the road work of Jamaica, because this man has a mammoth task of road work. This is the man in charge of the road. Hold on. Okay, are we having some technical difficulty here? Hold on. I think we are. Hold on there, guys.
It's about 2.5 inches, 2 inches on a community road. That is what Spark is about. It's about high quality roads. It's about proper drains. It's about ensuring that these roads last. Residents of Arlington, your road is not yet finished, but we are well on our way. St. Catherine South Central Member of Parliament, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, you and your citizens chose these roads as part of our Spark program, and we're ensuring that these roads are delivered in high quality for a long duration so that we can give people value for their tax-paying dollars.
All right, guys. I'm gonna open up the phone line.
Jamaica.
Sorry about that. Anybody wants to say anything? You are welcome. The phone number that we're using here tonight is this 478 number. Do not call any other number, because if you do, you are going to interfere with the program, and you don't want to do that, and I don't want you to do that. So there is the number right there. If you have anything at all to say to the program regarding the topics here tonight, feel free to call on WhatsApp. The line is open.
Jamaica politics and cover. Big up yourself, because you don't know you will discover. Natalie, you're bigger than George Washington Bridge and Island Empire State Building. Straight to the ceiling. Sin, Lord of mercy. Jamaica, Lord of mercy. Hey, some say that them a die, and them a suffer to hell no rotted. Lord, what a struggle, what a life we a live. It could be more tougher, it could be more wicked. Hey, and them a say that them a die. Hey, and them a suffer to hell no rotted. Jam down me born and a jam down me live. Jam down me grow and me die from a kid. What it down me left me never see it. So
It's about 2.5 inches, 2 inches on a community road. That is what Spark is about. It's about high quality roads. It's about proper drains. It's about ensuring that these roads last. Residents of Arlington, your road is not yet finished, but we are well on our way. St. Catherine South Central Member of Parliament, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, you and your citizens chose these roads as part of our Spark program, and we're ensuring that these roads are delivered in.
All right, guys. If you wish to call, let me see something. Make sure the line is okay. Me do want call moderator, you know, and ask him about the grand gala from his perspective, because him did stay longer than me. I had to catch my flight the next morning, so I left a little early. Moderator, good night. Moderator? Yes, good night. I want to ask you, I'm live now with the audience. What do you think about the Grand Gala, just briefly, because I left a little bit before you.
It was well put together event.
You sound a little muffled, sorry.
Enjoy it. Um, the displays that um what's it called? The whole drone display, the light, the display from the military ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's the artists that perform, Marcia, Busy Way,
Mm-hmm.
gospel segment. I mean, it's a little bit of everything. I mean, I hear some discussions, some people bashing the gospel segment type, but I mean, there's something there for everybody.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
I think it was overall a good, you know, blend of everything, you know. Everybody left with something that they enjoyed most. So if you're more into gospel, you get a segment for yourself. If you were about the music from where it started, from the scare rock steady, everything come back down to dance hall, you know. There's a segment people who have that like and you know, the displays and all of that. I mean, it was well put together and I enjoyed it in entirety.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you. Let me take a call, moderator. Thank you. I just wanted to hear because I haven't talked to you since then, so that's good. Thank you. Yeah, man. Hello, good night.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi, you're live.
Long time I not talk to you, you know, I'm going a long time.
So welcome.
I'm a chocolate from the door. I come for them. You can bring back some of the good chocolate. Some way you make them up. Clarendon and Manchester.
Me make chocolate. Me make.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, me don't know.
You don't know the nice country chocolate they will make a country.
Oh, that kind of oh my gosh, I haven't had that in forever. But it sounds good though.
You tell me say you go Jamaica, you know bring back none?
That's true, man. That's true. I only think we should have bring back in a but
Come on, come on.
yeah.
I'm said that me call you for beg you.
Well, maybe next time.
Yes, so what's going on? A long time I not talk to you, man.
You tell me. I'm live on the program, you know.
From last week I gonna try to get you.
Okay.
You were talking about the ambassador, what he said. They came and tell him about Mr. Fars.
Oh yeah.
That's that don't surprise me, you know, because I don't know how you was with those people, you know, so I saw them stay.
No, mom, and everything me I know, you know. I mean, I really when I saw what I saw, I knew what I knew. Let's just say that, okay?
But they are like that from ever since. Them try to assassinate them opponent character.
Yeah.
It's going on from Mr. Shearer days.
They're doing it internally is even worse. So yeah. So what do you have to say about, what is currently happening and what we're talking about? Were you watching the program tonight?
Yes, I watch a part of it.
Okay.
Mhm. Is that nice independent gala?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I watch most of it.
Okay.
I just sorry I wasn't there.
Oh yeah, you should. You know what?
Sorry I wasn't there. I feel like next year I want to be there.
Well, hopefully there will be space for you because this year the stadium was full and I think the stadium holds about 32,000 people.
30 something thousand, yes.
And then they opened the other part outside, which was full as well. But when we see
Over the arena side, or over the them call it now where them play the netball and something.
wherever they have the television monitors where people were able to watch it,
Okay.
that's where they had it open. But based on what I am seeing right now, because you see what I'm in a New York,
Oh gosh.
yes, in a New York now,
Jamaica move come New York.
yes, are the biggest. It's the first Jamaica Day, and it's the biggest that they've seen, biggest of any gathering. Members say, and like Eastern Parkway, where you have the Caribbean turnout. This is just Jamaica alone turnout, and it's big.
It's like the whole of Jamaica over there.
Yes, so we can anticipate that the gala in Jamaica next year is going to be bigger. Cause since people see all me down there, they must say, boy, may I come down the next year. So me don't know where the government
She want to make sure she down there for 2 or 3 years before.
Yeah, man.
She have to down there.
There's another issue too, because when the government start to redevelop the stadium, I wonder if they're gonna put off the Grand Gala, them have to go find somewhere else keep it.
Man, they want to find somewhere put it, man. Them can go somewhere in a park with it or somewhere. Somewhere in a park are the next biggest place we have.
In a big like stadium though.
No,
Then that no make sense.
somewhere in a park can hold a lot of people in somewhere in a park big, you know.
But not like 32,000 people.
I don't show them capacity still.
Oh. All
Or
right.
them can carry a Hope Garden. You have a big space at Hope Garden.
Yeah, Oak Garden is another option too. Yeah, that's true. All right, well, thank you. Good to hear from you. Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Yeah, man. See you enjoy yourself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, definitely. Thank you. Hello, good night. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hi, you're live.
Hey, what's up?
I'm fine.
I like your program.
Thank
I
you.
watch it every night. I watch it every night.
Where you calling from?
I need it to show the voice note every time your program will start.
Which voice note?
The lead voice note. With
Where are you calling from? Where you calling from, sir? Where you calling from?
Jamaica.
Okay. Okay. So you want to hear the link voice note every time?
Yeah, you know, the one that's up the continue to play every program that come on.
Mm-hmm.
It just come up, pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to play it at the end for you. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, yes.
Guys, me tell you now. Our subscriber them at Jamaica, they know nothing at all, no miss them, you know. Nothing at all, cause from them I listen over here. When time them see me on the road, them I make me know say boy, I we over here, so make them know everything what go on in Jamaica. No, sir. Make I see if I can find it and play it. Hello, good night.
Yeah, Natalie, you are one.
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
You have a big up yourself, you know, big up all the JPU family, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You see me, woman abroad.
Yes, welcome.
The bad man make active when time you see they are Jamaica now about the place there, you know, me I said, John, no.
They know should have come, man.
Yeah, we happy to hear, man, we happy to hear.
They know should have come down.
Yeah, you know, they have to go fix up the waterfront and all of Kingston, and Kingston have to add some more rooms, you know, because you see that Gala can be a tourism attraction, you know.
Where said the gala campaign?
Yeah, the Gala can turn out to be a tourist attraction, but locally, people are in diaspora, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can forward home and have a good time. Even if we don't get to go in that stadium,
Mm-hmm.
we can enjoy whatever they go on in a Kingston, you know?
Yeah, and them also I forgot make Kingston be a 24-hour city. You don't think that is a good idea?
No, the economics will dictate that, you know.
Okay.
You are going on. Some people, you have to understand, you know. You see that crime thing there and that gangster thing and that Dan thing there when they run the whole of Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
We can't hide the head in the sand like an ostrich, you know. That thing there have lingering effect, you know.
True.
So 5 years in, people go watch it still. There are some people go skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in 2015, after a while, all of downtown area have to go regentrify. If you notice, I got the thing run, the most downtown area all over the world. You have to keep it safe to the economic side, you know. If you notice, most developed country, certain town and cities that is like a pedestrian only.
Mm-hmm. I don't make a sure, but we have to be careful too, cause You know, downtown Kingston is where the people they make their money and all of them something there to so.
That have to go on. That have to go on. That have to go on. That not now gonna change the sign like us. Coronation Market and all them places. They have to go run the same way, but people have to feel safe.
Yeah, you see the thing with you see the sidewalk vending and them something there. I think they need to have a space, an indoor space, you know, where the roadways are clear and the sidewalk you know, I think indoor is a thing to do, but we'll see what happens.
Naturally, they can't do everything one time because you don't know. You see how the PNP them are.
Yeah,
You know, it's like them just watch the internet and just create something and ride with it.
appear things them talk, you know. If I ever tell you,
You see that voice note they bring it. I know they know them still have search for antidote for that, you know.
me know. If I ever tell you some of the things they will me hear them attack, say from they see me down at Jamaica, you're that frightened, but me can't bother.
No, we have numerous things. We have too much fun to go off to Jamaica. Right now, Jamaica are keep in account. We're not, right now, we're not even want to start talk about New York, you know.
Oh my gosh.
We're there. Like, we don't have a life. We're lucky. $6, $6, you let me pay for gas. So everything, I watch it. My focus right now is Jamaica. Anything I keep in Jamaica. Natalie, you know, what, the people probably, especially some of the neighbors, they might get caught up in it, you know.
I get caught up in our
Well, before we forget, with Mark Golden absence from the parliament with the Ghana Prime Minister, Ghana President state visit, like, what are they going to say?
boy. Me don't know, cause I mean a man like Mark Golden, if he's really genuine about the darkness of the history that black people are to go through, then he can stand and speak on it and comfortably and confidently do so. But if you're not comfortable and confident, it don't make no sense you go for real. You understand me? Or if you don't believe that it was a wrong.
A shrewd politician what would a shrewd politician? Remember, say, Andrew Holness, um, apologize for the Rastafari plight, you know, government. I ain't there man it, you know.
Poopa Jesus, look where you gone now. But that's true.
Mark Golden can't apologize to slavery because my family were involved in it.
Well, a true politician and a smart politician would not shy away from it and be like what and do like what Mark Gold did. A smart politician, and not just smart, but if you are not genuine enough,
Let's use the word, man.
if you are not confident enough in what you're doing, and if you don't believe in it, if you don't believe that it was wrong, and if you don't believe that, you know, the history was not nice, where Jamaicans are concerned and all those things, and you cannot go there and say that, then it doesn't make any sense you go. So Bangoli not going tells me that that conversation is not something that he wants to be a part of with black people.
Why? You know, say before we run, you know, you know, say more people want that.
Yeah.
You see that big stone thing, you see that big stone. You see Mark Wallen do that big stone thing there, and then we're going to find out about him family. Me I say something wrong with that brother here, you know.
Boy, I mean, hey, people are,
You know, actually, but you know, I don't want to put too much negativity in here. People, yeah, man, Jamaica key. I mess up yourself, you know, and work and keep on, yeah, you're going to tell but the truth well still. You drop some gems and you see some things going on.
yeah, man.
It's not perfect down there, you know.
Mm-mm.
But in your people are talking, this is Jamaica. Like the MK, and the infrastructure need to improve, you know. We have some, you know, people that will know the Jamaican nurse them in this world. They don't know what you call, you know, the prestige I want Jamaican nurse in this world.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about America alone.
All right, well,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
Okay. So, dress up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Everything not
Thank you.
perfect, but we are forward in the right direction.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right.
This is fear or not. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Straight talk, nigga, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah. Guys, you see, that's something that Mark Golden did do. All up the shackles of a big stone head. You know, say even me as a black person would never do that as a joke. Me nah do it, you know. No man, me nah do that, you mad? Me hear Muta Baruka they talk about it still. And Muta Baruka did say, boy, big stone I'm virgin, but him could have never do that. Under no circumstance at all. Terrible thing. But let me go ahead and play this thing. The people themselves will play about the leak. Me hear what go on. Politics uncovered. Wait there. If you I where this man listen to you so. His powerful National Executive Committee, NEC, is suggesting that the corruption card can't be drawn against Chief Executive Officer of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NaRRA, Major General Anthony Anderson. The comment was made in a PNP WhatsApp group around the time General Anderson was named as the NaRRA boss in late May this year. The PNP appeared to be discussing what points to use to attack the government's implementation of NaRRA. It was suggested that casting General Anderson as a facilitator of corruption would not fly with the public given his record in public service. Why would you be looking to attack? Look at the words used. Why would anyone be looking to attack NaRRA being implemented? How does that make them not understand your hurricane recover for help people them? Why would you be seeking to attack it? Why me hey? I don't understand these people at all. Their mindset, them are just wicked alone. Me can come up with that the only word like Dan Jackson Miller, wicked and evil. Me can't find another word. God no. Well, the concern I'm raising is this that Anderson's track record is not one full of blemish. It will be so easy to attach certain things to him. The corruption argument not going to be attached to him so easily, right? In my humble opinion, I think they both smart to us and then put him this man now to be a CEO and whatever. Reality is we need to ensure that the average Jamaican is saying we don't care who he is. He could have full of integrity like wow. He could have been whatever. He's the man who sort out all of the so the average Jamaican now figure go against them own interests, right? And follow them a people here and character assassinate a man who the prime minister have there for help the Jamaican people in the recovery. Wanna see what them wicked people? Boy, I mean, know. It's sad. That's all I can say. Hurricane release that graphic to Jamaica, whether we know it or not. So I would love for us to be able to put that information together, package it for the ground so that the average Jamaican can get that information. Another PNP NEC member told colleagues that the ruling JLP saw NaRRA's successful implementation as their ticket to a fourth term in office. He said the PNP had to play the right kind of ball game in light of NaRRA's political importance. Hello, good night.
Hello, Natalie. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome.
Good. I'm on vacation, but I'm trying to tune in here in Dominican Republic. But as usual, I try to connect with the program. It's Garfield, the engineer from Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your trip to St. Elizabeth, and follow a couple of the things that you talked about tonight. That gentleman, Peter Henry, he's a very renowned, economist in the United States. He was a part of the Obama team, actually.
You know him?
So he's coming. I watch him very well.
Oh.
And he's very experienced, and I'm sure that he will be a great, great asset. Maybe he will be blemish number two.
Unblemished.
Blemish number two that obviously Jamaica has no history on him, right? So this is someone that will is coming in with a clean slate, and well-respected man globally. I would say from the Obama years. So I think you know parts of the puzzle for NaRRA and Jamrock, all of those entities, they're coming together slowly, but with careful and strategic planning that will allow this to work. And what I think, we have to understand, I stay out of the politics of things most of the case, and I will stay in the technical. But for tonight, what I will say, anything that you're going to do in terms of development, you will always have a group of people who wants to push and get things done in a hurry, because when you follow that type of narrative and get things done in a hurry, it makes them look good. See what I'm doing for you, but it is not sustainable. It's not built with to last for a long time. And I heard you spoke about visiting one of your friend there, and their road is very, very bad, and you want to raise concern about it, and I think that that's very good. But however, what happened is just going and putting down some mall or some asphalt on the road. That's not it. It's gonna be able. They have to take into consideration what this road is connected to, what drainage system is there, what underground infrastructure is there. Because anything that you're going there to do, you have to first, number one, all those houses would have connected to a water main. That water main may have aged over the years. And back in the day, they were building a lot of these pipes back in Jamaica, and it was ductile iron. And so we would have, water main break as the pressure increased. So the water mains there might not be able to carry the appropriate pressure, um, if they would go and pave over it and not treat the water main itself. So that's one. I don't know if they have if people have their private toilet pits or whatever it is, or connect to a municipal system. If they connect to a municipal system, that they will also have to make sure that they assess based on the demand for today. Now we look and we see where the rainfall intensity, the type of storm that we have, those type of storms have increased in intensity. In design, a couple of years ago, even here in Canada, well, not here in Canada, I'm in the Dominican Republic, but in Canada, where I work, when you are looking at building or designing a municipal roadway, you would design it for a 25-year storm. Well, if you notice what happened now, we're having a 100-year storm more frequently than in the past. So they have to now change the rainfall intensity in the design. That means you have to increase it because of the increased demand in drainage, based on the more frequency of 100-year storm that we're experiencing nowadays. So it's the same thing where global warming is dictating also the type of sewer system, water main, or not water main, but the drainage system that they would have to consider for that area. Now, here's the reason why you have to consider the outside roadway that this is connected to. Any drainage system from there will have to drain to somewhere else. And if there is a system on the outside of this particular residential street is not up to specification and current capacity demand, what's going to happen is you're going to have an interior section of road that is built, but the outside cannot carry the capacity. And what you'll have is a backflow of water. So now you build these bigger pipes, you put in proper infrastructure in these particular roadway, and the outside cannot, um, receive the capacity of flow that is coming out of it. So basically, what's going to have happened, they have to look at the area as a network. And if there are roads that that particular road is connected to, they'll have to first upgrade that road first before they upgrade the secondary road. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because now the primary roadway infrastructure must be able to handle its own capacity and the capacity of what is coming from the secondary roadway, right? And it's the same thing with the water main. Now, the water main is a little bit different because you can go and build and change the water main in that local area, and then you can build around it as you expand. But you also have to be cautious because you have that internal piece that now can handle a greater water pressure, but the ones that are feeding it might not be able to handle the amount of pressure that the new one can handle. So you are now causing a backflow issue where the source pipe is now under higher pressure and cause constant breaking. So you just migrate the problem. So what's going to have to happen for Kingston in itself as an old city that was built based on years ago standard,
Mm-hmm.
they have to sort of strategically lay out the entire area, pick the appropriate roadway that they upgrade based on today's standard, and then the secondary roadways are developed
Mm-hmm.
to meet that current standard.
You know,
So
I've never.
it's a jigsaw puzzle that has to be strategically analyzed. And yes, we would like them to go and say, well, yes, you need to fix this road. This is where our friend live. This is where your people live, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is.
Liz.
That
Mm-hmm.
may be good politically, but in terms of sustainability, it may not be. So it has to be strategically done.
Yeah, that road that I'm talking about with Liz, I think it's been like that for probably 20 years. But you refer to Kingston as an old city. I've not heard anybody refer to Kingston as an old city, but you are not wrong. I mean, when you look at it and you look at the roads especially, yes, you can see that Kingston is indeed an old city. All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, and when I refer to it as the city, because remember, it's for your generation, my generation, a lot of these infrastructure are older than we are, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
where I would say that the infrastructure is old, even though you may have development around it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where the problem comes in. You have new development around it,
Yes, yeah.
but the infrastructure is not up to capacity. So the infrastructure in the city is old, and you have to strategically develop to meet the new demand. Okay?
Well, yeah, you talk like a real, like a true engineer. Me's not an engineer still, but me understand what you say.
Yeah, man. And that's always my thing is to talk about it in a way where the person who's not an engineer can understand.
Yes.
Based on common man language.
Mm-hmm.
If I was speaking with other engineer, then there would be other terminologies that I would be using. But I have to speak. I'm on your program and I'm speaking on your program. I have to make sure that everyone who is listening
Mm-hmm.
can understand.
Yeah, man.
From a layman perspective.
Yeah, thank you for your input. You hear?
No problem.
All
You
right.
take care. Great job again.
Will do. Thank you. Wow, guys, I never really look at it that way, But I mean, as him said, the layman I go look on it and say, boy, the road them want fix, but there is a lot more to it. There is definitely a lot more to it, and we don't really get too much of the engineering aspect of it, right? I want to just say this before we log out here tonight. In the Ministry of Education, we have some fine people in there. We have the PS, Miss Cassandra, who is very good, the Education Minister. We have Senator Morgan over there. We have Rhoda Crawford over there. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see a drive where the heart program is accessible and the information is accessible every single where in the country to the young people then, right? The education and the skill training is there, but I feel like some young people in some parts of the country, they don't have such easy access for one reason or another. I know the government's budget in education is a lot, so the resources are there. But I think there seems to be a shortfall with the accessibility and information. to accessibility. So me da really like to see the young people them get mobilized, where education is concerned, so that the heart, more you the young people in the country are talk about the art program more. You understand what me I say, people? Yes. Me not like to see that. When I was in the National Stadium, I saw a lot of young people volunteering and helping out, whether they were ushers or otherwise. Them have on them Jamaica colors and them did their help and everything was orderly and stuff like that. And when I look at the young people, I remember that sitting of the PAC where the permanent secretary was present and the lady who was in charge of heart. And, they were talking about information and accessibility. So I would like to see that, because like I said, there are some fine people there. And also, when I was in Atlanta at the Benevolent Missions of Atlanta, remember I uploaded a video and you guys see what these organizers are doing in Atlanta for education in Jamaica. And after the hurricane, we know that some of the school them still not really up and running yet, Some of them they still not on a roof on them. Right? So that is something that I would like to hear a status update on. We stopped in St. Elizabeth to visit one of our subscribers, one of our friends. Big up yourself, Debbie. I think I did post a video where we stopped by Debbie and we were talking. And me I showing you the sheep them. Cause they say the sheep are the curry goat them, guys. Lord Jesus. I know goat and sheep. Anyway, one school beside Miss Debbie shop, it don't have no roof on it. One little basic school. But that not look like it would have taken no more than one day work. Cause it's not a big school. But it's a little school in the community. So, we understand that we're still on the road to recovery and all these things. And that one principal that was at the event in Atlanta at the Benevolent Missions, she was talking about her experience in Jamaica when she go up at the school and she said, boy, the school, come like say they not a school up there. But with the help of each other and with the help of these organizations, they were able to try and put back a thing together. But when me I get to hear from that woman here, she said them still not no light down there, down at the school. Now we understand, say, in order for you to put back light, school or any place at all, especially a building like that, you have to make sure say the building fit and proper, where you can put electricity in there and it not burn down the place. So I don't know if that is the case or not, but the damage that was left behind after Hurricane Melissa, even though the cleanup has been done, even though the government is mobilized, trying to get people who were displaced, shelter and stuff like that, there's just still, you know, things like roofs on schools and things like that that has not been completed yet. It's a very devastating thing. When I was in St. Elizabeth, I was talking with some of the people them down there, small business people them down there where I sell. Some of them get damaged and go away and come back. I mean I said to them, say, how do you feel about another potentially devastating hurricane? Nobody not really want to talk about that. Nobody not really want to even think about that. Them just want to live in the now. But that's something you have to think about. You have to have a plan. To say, boy, if another hurricane come, let us say that I met this young lady down a Black River. She have one little smoothie stand. She's small business. She no more than about 25. She have one little smoothie stand. I'm going to go over there and buy one smoothie. because it was so hot and I was talking to her. She had lost her business and she get a look of money and come back. But may I say, suppose one of the storm come again, what the people them are going to do? I wonder if them prepare or if they mentally prepare for something like that. Because you really and truly cannot build back the same way down all Black River. You have to build different down there, so you know. Yes, man, you have to build different because you know make no sense. You go back there so the same way. You go there every day looking at the sea and knowing say all it takes is another storm and everything is gone again. So these are the things. But anyway, we're watching and seeing what's going on, and you know, we hope that as time goes by, you know, things will get better and people will do their part as the government continue to do their part. What curry sheep? Yeah, so that the people them tell me, say, um, when them a talk about curry goat and mutton, they say mutton and sheep, and that the woman tell me. Me never know. Mutton is sheep. And let me tell you this. I went to a restaurant in Montego Bay. I think it was last December. December gone. And people, the restaurant is like a fusion restaurant where it's a mixture of Jamaican, Indian, and Asian. And let me tell you, the food tastes good. They get things in there like roti. You get, I truly not remember any of my place, you know. And me tell the man, say, me I go come back down there, you know. Because the food tastes good. And when the woman at them about sheep, they serve mutton in there. I mean, not tell a lie. The mutton tastes different from the curry goat. So a good ass sheep, me am down there and I know. Unu never know say sheep, unu never know say mutton and sheep. Mutton is sheep. And I never see a sheep in a Jamaica yet until last week. I first me see sheep because they be tell people them say open the gate and let out the sheep them. When me look about 5 sheep come out. Ask Karen them if you no think a joke. Debbie say mutton a sheep and she say it tastes good. Jesus have mercy, God. Yes, mutton is sheep. Boy, I'm not lie. You know what come to in earlier, but I don't know. She said one of the sheep they can get one of the sheep they can sell for about $60,000. So she say one of the sheep them about $60,000. So it's a very scarce commodity, number one. And when Debbie a talk about how the mutton tastes good and it tastes different from the goat. I mean, no say me name goat whole heap of time, but that day at the restaurant in Montego Bay, when they give me that mutton and the man say a mutton, me not ask no question, I know it curry. And it tastes good, it tastes nice and tender and the gravy good and everything. Herman, where you say we have sheep long time, you ever see sheep in a Jamaica yet? Me never see sheep in a Jamaica yet. I'm a country girl. Me see my family them have goat. The person who say they want but then time. We say you want back your time. Guys, I don't know. Sometimes this app and this technology does weird things. It does weird things like it's doing now. Understand? So let me see something. Yeah, sometimes this thing acts weird. I don't know if I tell you, but so I go. the person, the person said they want about that time. Lord of mercy. So what were we saying now? We were talking about the sheep. I may tell them to say, I don't in a nothing with mutton again. God Almighty know sheep them pretty, but I don't know where they come from. We no manufacture sheep in a Jamaica. They come from somewhere. You don't trust them? Yes, they said that guys, you see sometimes it disgusts me when I have to come out here and respond to things like that, you know? Um, I don't know why they decided to go there, but we just cannot expect anything better from those people. They seem to all be suffering from some mental issues, and I am not even gonna go there. Where's the rub me gathering? Me not gathering. Me not a gathering. I must say you give me gathering. Mind you, I make this propaganda for me. So me I walk with gathering. Lord Jesus. Hmm? You know what me hear them attack say? They say, oh, for Andrew Honest yard. Jesus have mercy. They say, oh, for Andrew Honest yard, me stay. When we come to Jamaica, we there. What else they say? Lord God, I don't even want to get into it. But me I telling about these people with the propaganda and the disinformation. Jamaica, I don't know how Jamaica survived that leading up to the election. But look here, today is the anniversary. Today the anniversary of when the government called the election, August 10th, right? Make a play it for now. Government called the election upper half a tree. Boy, after the people them call for the election, and the people them say, Andrew, you're afraid for call the election. Call it, Andrew, you're afraid for call the election. Listen. Call him. Just leave. The Prime Minister afraid for. The Prime Minister afraid for. Just leave. Fly the gate. Call it, Andrew. Call it. And I will sound the trumpet. The Prime Minister afraid for call it, but if I call him, call him. Don't mess up. So earlier today, I advised His Excellency the Governor General. Moderator, they not only say, me stay over the Prime Minister yard, you know, they say me I work with the tourist board. So Jesus have mercy. They say me I work with the tourist board. So the tourist board have me in a Jamaica advertise because Jamaica now get no tourism. Hey, me don't know where them come for them information here from, you know. So, me not supposed to promote Jamaica. We can't independently promote Jamaica. It has to be the tourist board. Okay.
Of my intention to announce the general elections. The general election date is fixed as Wednesday, September 3. Just need supply the gate. Call it Anjo. Call it an Iron with sound the trumpet. The Prime Minister afraid to call it, but it I'll call him. I'll call him. God bless you.
You know, say, a Bunting tell Mark Golding forgot they go call for election, you know. Because I trick Bunting trick them, you know, because Bunting know say the PNP never ready for no election, but until Mark Golding forgot they go call for the election because they're tired. They don't know what else to do. Oh God. Boy, I mean, hey. What an election, eh? So, guys, want to think about the man when he Michael Abrams. You know, say look like Michael Abrams are mad out because he man bitter for a medical doctor and a man that is, I think he's probably about 60 years old or something. For a big man like that, him big and careless though, you know. Because he might come trouble Mr. Vegas. But they look at honorary award, right? Mr. Vegas not troubling. Mr. Vegas put in him 30 years in a Jamaica where culture and music are concerned. One of the highest commodities in a Jamaica. And Michael Abrams just get up and decide, say, him going to trouble Mr. Vegas about the local award. Now, let me tell you what is Michael Abrams' problem. See the Jamaica Star just put out, say, culture heavyweight Professor Donna Hope has thrown her support behind Mr. Vegas' national honor, declaring the dancehall veteran Order of Distinction well deserved. Michael Abrams out of order, man. Him thinks him could have come for Mr. Vegas and people not put him in place. Look here. This idea that because Mr. Vegas support the government is that why him get the honor. Remember, say Mr. Vegas I do this before social media, before Andrew Onis became prime minister, Mark Golding became opposition. Mr. Vegas put in him work. So when you're gonna talk about all you have to do, and when him say everybody a come burn him out, before him go on side and apologize, him double down. Let me tell you what he say. But first, me I tell you why I think he's angry. He bitter. He put up one other post because the people him a cuss him. So what I think his problem is, Bitter Abrams, Father Abrams. Number one, like PNP, Abrams cannot see any good in his country and he has no patriotism. The other thing is, Abrams has no place in Jamaica to campaign against Andrew Onis after he won the popular vote by 11,000. Number three, Abrams doesn't like anyone who supports the government. And that's why him I come pick for Mr. Vegas. And finally, Mr. Abrahams vexed because PNP lost the election and they are unviable. Remember him come out last week, come say the leak about them a plan, where them a plan to sabotage the hurricane and the recovery. In cost them bad over it, right? Criticized the response of Mark Golding or lack thereof. But let me ask you now a question. You remember during COVID-19, good night everybody. Guys, you hit the like button for me. You remember during COVID-19, Michael Abrams was out here on his social media platform. Him did up on the Mad Boy channel, sit down every night. I get him 5 minutes of fame, a campaign against the government. You no remember, you tell me in a chat if you no remember. Can me remember? Michael Abrams was out here on the Mad Boy channel every night campaigning against the government of Jamaica during COVID. What stopped him from doing that was when the Mad Boy crashed out and Abrams realized now so there's mental problem there. Him no go back over there. So him no have nowhere now. Him no have no place now where him can go sit down and have an audience listening to him campaign against the government. That is his problem. But the real nail in his coffin is that when him realized that the reality, the stark reality is that the government is there, that he campaign against, that he hoped didn't come back, and the PNP who he wanted to see replace the government. Not only did they lose, but they are unviable and wicked for the leak that came out, which he commented on, that they would use the delay tactic to suffer the hurricane recovery and victims. So Michael Abrams does not have any abiding city. Him can't even find abiding city in his patriotism. So what put the nail in his coffin now is that Mr. Vegas got the award for his 3 decades of hard work in music and in promoting Jamaica's culture. Michael Abrams does not believe that Mr. Vegas can both support the government and be awarded for his decades of work at the same time. Michael Abrams feel like Mr. Vegas is not worthy of it because he supports the government. Michael Abrams talking about if you want to get an award, praise Andrew Onis and cuss Mark Golding and do it every day. Did Michael Abrams come out here and cuss the government of Jamaica? Sit down on the Mad Boy channel and cuss the government of Jamaica? Yes, he did. Did Michael Abrams cuss the PNP where they when the leak come out? Yes, he did. So are you alone for cuss the PNP? So what if Mr. Vegas cuss the PNP? Are you one for cuss them? Are you alone supposed to say what you want and take whichever side you want in politics? And does that take away from your career as a medical doctor? Should that take away from Mr. Vegas's career as a reggae icon? It should not. You need to get away from here. That's why everybody come up on you out now. Because we are going with that foolishness. And nobody in Jamaica with sense now go turn against Mr. Vegas for you. Because that's what you want. You want people to think, say, the award, the honors system in a Jamaica. You want them to feel like, say, some friend and company something. It's not so it go. And so it go. PNP get it, Labour right get it, and no P get it. You sure your body of work, if you're nominated and if you're qualified with your body of work, then yes. So I see him. So if me get the award now, come here do my work out here now. Okay, as somebody where I defend Jamaica with the information and the wickedness where them a go along with pan the country. Me not try promote myself to get no award, right? Cause me not do this for no award. But if at some point in time my body of work out here is put to the award people them, and if me get my award, they think say you come for me, I lie you tell from the pit of hell. Cause me will tell them to keep your award, me cuss you and uncle you bad out here. Leave the man alone. You think that just because you have a platform, you can come out here, come take down people. You think you can erase 30 years of work? You're out of man. But as me tell you, I never like this man, And when my spirit don't take people, me know me not wrong. Michael Abrams, me not think you want good somebody at all. Cause how dare you? Every time Mr. Vegas stark him opinion past social issues and politics, so not always I try to come for the man career I talk about say him career done and rare. Lie you not tell. You think it easy. You think it take boy for you go through and survive 30 years in a music. And you can still draw one crowd. Mr. Vegas can still draw a crowd. Any which part him going. Yes, Mr. Vegas can draw one crowd. And full of energy too. Let us take this last call. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Good night, lads.
What one?
How you do?
Me there.
Me have to call you about one the whole misinformation we are spread among among PNP people them. You know some have cousins, so them up on the other side, they on the PNP side. You know me a labor right.
You know your life, right?
Yeah man.
Okay.
Good night, JPU family. And she called me the other night and said to me, I'm a big nose and you wicked so. So me say, we don't know. She say, ain't no wicked man. So me say, we wicked with. Imagine Andrew give people them container house to live in. So me say, well on there. Then if you have people who not have nowhere to live, you know better than in a container house man and a tarpaulin. No, no. So me say, then what you suggest then? Cause me ask her. Me say, what you suggest? Give people them the money, me say, if you do. I don't want a house they want to live in a cause they live on that apartment. Me say, most of all, you hear about the elite vice note. We are grown. I lie them I tell. Me say, me you can't talk then. Me you cannot talk. Because if you ever hear it and say a lie, that means you listen to everything what your leader say.
She's a victim of the disinformation.
Oh my God, it in the heart to see. And somebody we can read. But because of how they so deep in them politics.
Them deep in the is them deep in the disinformation. Them not try seek out no information for themselves and fact check.
I said, Natalie, about 1 o'clock me in a salon the other morning. And I tell one boy in coming there, oh Andrew wicked. Me say, what Andrew wicked with? Andrew will build up himself and not build nothing. The farmer call him and tell him how much them can't sell them produce where they have in a farm. Me say then if every farmer plant one something where sell, how you expect it to go sell? I say what so now. This is you need to educate him and tell him say when tomato in a season, no plant tomato. Cause you're not gonna get no money for it.
Mm-hmm.
Plant something else.
Lord Jesus, poor thing. The disinformation. Make we just keep talking the truth, cause I feel sorry for some of them people, because say some of them stress right out. Because the disinformation what them a get, it has stressed them and them believe some of it. You understand?
Michael Abrams, I'm a road.
Oh, more want tell the people them where him say, can put up one other post today when the people them are telling about all the mama and sitting. All right, later.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, guys. Him put up one of that post. Make I tell you what it say before me come off of this. I went there. Wait. Man, bitter. Oh God. So him put up one post where say apology. Yesterday, I posted some remarks about how to get a national award and said that one strategy is to repeatedly praise Andrew Holness and the JLP and criticize Mark Golding and the PNP. I made an error and should not have said that. I should not have referred to the prize as an award. Instead, I should have referred to it as a reward because that is what it really is. If someone cyberbullies, insults, and denigrates people, and displays crass behavior while defending a politician or a party and is then given an honor, they are being rewarded for their vile and inappropriate conduct. So who get award we do that? What am I missing? Who cyberbully and them something there? What children are watching, and this action sends a message to them that this type of behavior is not only acceptable but also worthy of commendation. Also, to the people who told me to suck my mother in the comments, you are a bit late. I was breastfed, blah, blah, blah. If my comments hurt your feeling and give you a headache, I strongly recommend Excedrin. There are different preparations of this medication, so consult your physician to decide which one is best for you. Look here. We not gonna argue with them, man, you know. Cause you see man we love trace and argue like them, yeah. Me not really deal with them, you know. Cause me wear the panty. So me not really argue and follow up an argument with man we love argue like females. Me not do that. So me not really have nothing more to say to this man, yeah. Cause me not know. Me not have time for it. But it look like something is wrong because it matter about people who cyberbully and all these things. Who cyberbully will get the award or the reward as them say. And now Mr. Vegas him attack. Why him don't call Mr. Vegas name? Call Mr. Vegas him attack. Cause Mr. Vegas are the only somebody we get award, we talk politics, or we support the government. Nobody else. And Mr. Vegas him attack. Who want him call Mr. Vegas name, you know? Call Mr. Vegas name. Because if what you're saying is so legit, then call names. Just like how we can call your name and say Abrams. And Mr. Vegas say attack. Call Mr. Vegas name, man. What a shame. This man say he's a doctor. Him not have no platform for go sit down pan for campaign against the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister win the election and him want to use the election defeat fat and fry people we deserve them award for the work where them put in. And him want to come and victimize people because of them political views. You can't do that. You have your political views. So nobody now victimize you. Go and shut your yeah. Miss Abrams. Can't bother with you. Good morning, good night, Miss Pat. Where you say? Miss Pat say every time these chat about the nominees, they need to speak about the criteria and review process. Won't stop the chatting, but perhaps some people will learn something. I don't think Abrams understand how the process works, Miss Pat, about how the nomination are so. They not understand. Because all I hear my yap, him not talk about the man body of work. And he cannot dispute the man body of work. And him no understand, say, Andrew Holness cannot put nobody up there for getting an award. And no PNP can't do that neither. That's not how it works. If you have a body of work to show, whether you're PNP or JLP, and you can show a body of work, then you deserve it. It doesn't matter what your political views are. But he wants to politicize something because him looking clout. Him need to go write one next article because him come out last week and say if the PNP them not change them ways, them are going in opposition forever and ever. Amen. What make you don't go write one article and tell them off make a comeback? Lift up off of Mr. Vegas, make that man. I true me no there Jamaica. If I did there Jamaica, you see, when Mr. Vegas go collect his the 19th of October, I would have there right there, a cheer for him. Too bad mind, man. Stop it. Okay? Anyway, guys, let us wrap it up. We'll catch up another time. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for your participation. Big up everybody in Jamaica. Big up. Hey, me can't stop saying I love the people in Jamaica. The people in Jamaica who make JPU, Jamaica Politics Uncovered, your number one news source. Big up on yourself. You understand? Maximum respect. And remember, diated politics stop keep. Who are do the right things by the people are them we are deal with. We not really we not diated. So we don't know about the rest of people them. But anyway, good night, guys. Thank you for joining. Hit the like button and please make sure you subscribe. Take care.
Jamaica Politics Uncover. Big up yourself because you don't know you will discover. Natalie, you're bigger than George Washington Bridge and Island Empire State Building. Straight to the ceiling. Sin, Lord of mercy. Jamaica, Lord of mercy. Hey, some say that them are dieting and them a suffer to hell no rotted. Lord, what a struggle, what a life we are live. It could be more tougher, it could be more wicked. Hey, and them a say that them a dieted. Hey, and them a suffer to hell no rotted. Jam down me born and a jam down me live. Jam down me grow and me die from a kid. But it down me left me never see it. So